What's good, John? It's your boy, D Humble Hustler, back with another video. And what we're gonna be talking about today, and before I get into it, make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all watching. The views are okay. You know, they could be better. But please subscribe to the channel. It helps the YouTube algorithm, and it helps me get to 500 subscribers, then 1,000. But what I want to do is talk about the new movie, Book of Spiral, Saw. I went to the movies and I seen it yesterday. Without spoiling everything, a lot of you people probably haven't seen it. I want to tell you the truths behind that movie and break that down for you really quick. I don't have a lot of time to do so. If you're not familiar or you're not from New York City, I'll let you know there's been a lot of killings going on in New York City. Particularly, there's been a lot of cops being killed in New York City. And if you watch the news, a lot of homeless people have been being blamed for the killings in New York City. So they've been talking about having more money and stuff like that in the budget and getting the homeless people off the street. And for the most part, it seems like that was really going on. But after watching this movie, which, by the way, it was a great movie, I'm going to watch it again, to be honest with you. So if you haven't saw Saw, go see it. The Book of Saw. Spiral is what the movie's called, Spiral. And but like I said before, they said a lot of homeless people was doing it. Now, if you watch Saw without telling you all of the parts, in the movie Saw, in the movie, at some point, a guy is hanging inside of a train tunnel and gets hit by a train. The guy dies. He's in one of the saw traps. And there's nothing but his tongue left there. To me, the tongue signifies keep your damn mouth shut. Stop talking so much. Stop being a tattletale. You know, for those of you who know, the government is very secretive about everything, as well as the actual government and the lower government. You know what I mean? So the tongue was left hanging without the dude's body splattered everywhere. But his tongue was still intact, attached to this machine, hanging from the train tunnel. So that signifies keep your mouth shut. That's the first clue. Stop telling everything. And at the same time, when the police arrived, homicide preferably, they thought that it was a homeless person. The trick was they found out it wasn't a homeless person, that it was actually a police officer. Now, in New York City, they're reporting that homeless people are randomly getting attacked in subways and killed. It's not homeless people. It's actually police officers being killed, and they're telling you it's homeless people being killed. It's police officers disguising themselves as homeless people. I mean, the department knows it's police officers, but they're telling you it's homeless people. Okay? So that's the second clue. The third clue is cops killing cops. See, they want you to believe that it's just random people, but a random person is not going to try to kill a cop knowing a cop has a gun, and they have everything. They have mace, they have tasers, they have everything to kick your ass. You have nothing but your hands, okay? So no regular person is actually going to go out their way to try to kill a cop knowing they're going to lose the battle, because they're going to die. They're going to be a victim, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who has tried to fight the cops has died. There's proof of that. Look it up. In your state, whatever. They died. Nobody beats the cops, all right? So they're actually framing the homeless people, because homeless people can't afford lawyers. They can't defend themselves. They can't do nothing. They're already fucked up in the game. They're already poor. They're already living in the street. What more do you want from them? Especially if they're sleeping in a subway station. Also, in the movie Spiral, they show you that the lead of detectives is actually a black guy, who Chris Rock is actually the lead detective. Fast forward to reality, the NYPD has a new chief of detectives, Rodney Harris. He's black. See, you know what I mean? Also, in the movie, the chief of detectives' father used to be the chief that retired. Real life, I believe Rodney Harrison had a family member or a parent that was an officer. Now, in the movie, they say that the chief of detectives, who would have been Chris Rock's father's right hand, was a female who, after he retired, she became the chief. Fast forward to now in 2021, Rodney Harris is the chief of detectives, But there's a lady by the name of Juanita Holmes that is the chief of all patrol in the NYPD. But she's black, not white. But you see there's two people in charge here. Okay, that's a good thing. I'm very proud of that because I'm black. The bad thing is in the movie, they're actually trying to let you know that in any department where the black guy is going to be the chief at, it's going to be a corrupt department. If a woman is the chief, it's going to be a corrupt department. I don't agree with that, but at the same time, in the movie Spiral, that's what it shows you. That's what the case is. So that's resemblance. Okay. The cool thing is, the lead detective, he was the lead detective for the homicide division. I don't know how that goes with the NYPD, if Rodney Harris has some kind of control over it. I would believe he does, because homicide also has detectives that investigate bodies. So he probably is the head, which, coincides with the movie Spiral. So you just learned something new. That is not homeless people randomly attacking people in the subways and killing cops. It's actually cops in the subway disguising themselves as homeless people and killing other cops and blaming homeless people. Okay? And why are they doing this? They're doing this to get more money, to get more funding to the department. Particularly, they want more funding in the subways. Now, in the movie Spiral, the police were called the Metro Police. Hey. And NYPD is called, they have a division called the Transit Police, which is the NYPD, but they're assigned to the transit. See, in New York City, in the 5 boroughs, there are actually police stations in the train stations, in major train stops. If you look at the movie Spiral, when the female chief was killed, or she had that wax put on her face, they had to go down these stairs. When they show you the picture of them going down the stairs, you notice, if you ever been in New York City, the walls actually were them hard project walls. The reason why is because that's how the train station walls look. They have a lot of underground tunnels that lead to police stations underground. So that was actually a police station inside of a train station underground. Look it up if you don't believe me. So that was the New York City connection. Another thing they're letting you know is that police departments everywhere, not just in New York City, are using distractions and diversions. Because if a cop get killed somewhere, not one cop is going to go to that scene. Every cop and police car that police station has is going to go to that scene, which is cool. The problem is, while they're at that scene, there's somebody helpless somewhere else that's being killed, and there's going to be no cop to save them. So they show you that in the movie Spiral. See, nowadays, it's not okay to snitch straight out, because you get your tongue ripped out like in the beginning of the movie. But what they do now, Hollywood dry snitches. What they do is they don't tell you straight up such and such killed such and such. What they do is they write it out in a movie script and they play it for you, and they hope like hell that you catch on to what's actually going on right now in May of 2021. Okay, they letting you know that the police are corrupt. Okay. So this is my take. If you look at Spiral, just breaking it down for you. There's not homeless people killing cops because they don't have guns and weapons. There's cops killing cops pretending to be homeless. It's happening in the subway stations. Why? Because they need more money. They want more officers. They want more things. And the best way to get what you want is to create havoc and distractions and more shit and more people dying. Spiral, the meaning for spiral, is something that spirals out of control. And it keeps going and it keeps going. And when you finally reach the bottom of the spiral, it doesn't stop. It just starts back over from the beginning. And spirals down and spirals down and spirals down. The movie is an awesome movie, but the real genius behind the movie is it's really happening right now. Don't believe me when I tell you, there are hints in movies. Watch movies to entertain yourself, but also watch them to learn. Make sure you go see the Book of Saw. That joint is real. It's really happening right now in May 2021 in New York. Just watch YouTube and keep hearing about all the cops being killed left and right. Right? And they saying homeless people doing it. Keep a watch out for the homeless people that they say are just getting randomly slashed by random people, which in my opinion is police actually going around beating up homeless people, slashing them, stabbing them up, and they blaming them on other people to get more money, more funding, to get more officers in the train station. So to me, the Book of Spiral is just a dry snitch on what's really going on. It is not just in New York. It's any state you in. You could be in Georgia where the chief is black right now. In 2021, I believe Georgia's chief of police is black. This is what's going on. They're basically saying in any police force where the chief is actually black, there's some corruption going on. And they're also letting you know it's going to be a lot of cops being killed by other cops from this point on. This is going to be the new trend, like how you go on Twitter and all that, and how YouTube is what it is, because I'm on YouTube. Cops killing cops is what it is. But what's even better about it is when you a cop and you kill another cop and you can blame a civilian, somebody like me or a regular person, and get away with it. Alright, so make sure you go see the movie. Let me know what you think. Comment below the video. Let me know if you noticed something I didn't notice. But yeah, this joint is crazy. Thank you. It's your boy D Humble Hustler. And I'm out. Look out for the new footage. I'm also about to go see that other movie today. Today is the what's today? Today is May 16th. I saw on the 15th. So I'm going to go see that other movie, Unholy, and I'll give you a review breaking that movie down also. Because all these movies coming out from this point on are going to be hints. Dry snitching on different situations if you got your ears open and your mouth shut and you actually trying to learn. Alright? So it's either you sleep or you woke. I'm woke. You should wake up too. Thank you. Peace.